So, today we're going to talk about a bucket list. And I've got my bucket list here that I've had for quite some time just to kind of go through and see what have I done, what haven't I done, and so forth. And I encourage you to join me as we just figure out kind of like what it is that we want to do with our lives. And a bucket list, I really like to use it as a list for me to go off of to know kind of like when I'm planning a trip, this is an item that's on my bucket list. Maybe I'd want to incorporate that. So let's just kind of go through here. Ooh, oh goodness. So, okay. So on this list, I've got things where I hand wrote stuff in here for, what was it? February 2014. So I don't know why I'm looking at the calendar. I know it's 2024. So it's been 10 years ago. So this is a really old list. And I even have something typed in here for like 2011. So let's kind of go through and see. Oh, okay. Oh, hold up. Let me get a pen because I see that I did something. Here's one. Says be free of student loan debt. Did that one October 2021. Let me see what else is. Oh, I've given birth to my first child. You write that date in here. Oh, I did go skiing. So I have not updated this. So please don't do like me and have the list and forget about it and not update it. I used to like have it at my fingertips all the time. And I've stopped doing that. So let me not continue that. Went to Australia, California, Paris. I even have on here do a sexy photo shoot. I actually did do that. I did learn to swim. I did meet a president. It was President Carter when he was at his in his home in Georgia. God, don't ask me to remember exactly the town we were in, but it's where his church is that he would do the Sunday school service. Like he would do the lesson. And my husband was like, he knew it was on my bucket list. And it's like, when are we really going to meet a president? Like, it's really hard to get close to them. But I was like, I don't care. I mean, I did care that I did not want to ever meet one president that we've had. But aside from that, it was, I want to meet a president. And he looked, researched, and President Carter at his in his home in Georgia. So he drove up there, literally stayed at the hotel, probably just laid there for a few hours, drove to the church, got there like 3 a.m. because you gotta have to get there. You had to get there early to like get a number because you have to stand in line. Secret Service is all there. So like we park, go back to sleep in the vehicle. As the sun started coming in, like you're already kind of dressed. So you finish getting ready, putting on makeup in the car to go stand outside in your number order to hopefully get inside to actually see him. And we did. And then afterwards, they're so used to everybody like takes pictures with him and his wife, who is now passed, Rosalind Carter. So that was like a wonderful experience. Hopefully I meet more, but still, that's been done. So again, a bucket list helps kind of like guide you on what it is that you're trying to do. Okay, so I see something on here that I really want to work on this year. And I'm seeing publish my poetry. And I will talk more and like go in detail once it really launches. It's something that's on my list and number 27. And I'm just kind of like, is it really going to happen? Who really wants to read my poetry? Who just buys books anymore? Like that just isn't a thing when I really wanted to do this. But since I've been up nursing, and anybody that has a young child knows you're up in the middle of the night. And so my brain has just been wandering and I'm on my phone because I'm still awake, even though I've like fed the baby. I'm now awake. And I realized I could just start a YouTube channel and publish my poetry there and just allow people to read and hear and enjoy. And that's really the purpose of it all. So, again, this bucket list is to help guide us because really we're living life every single day. we've got bills that we're responsible for, children we're responsible for, marriages, relationships, whatever they may be, our family, work. There are so many things that we're responsible for that we forget about ourselves. And a bucket list is a great way to kind of remind yourself of whatever your desires are, whatever your dreams may be, to put it here and then make an active effort. I was doing things on my list. I just kept forgetting to go back to it. But maybe this time I'm going to update this list and like place it somewhere where like I can see it. Don't do like me, my first list. There's 40 items on here. 40 items. I really did make my way through. Hold on, let me see which ones I did not do. One, two. Let me cross that one out because I don't care about that anymore. So one, two, three, four, five, the poetry, six, seven, eight, nine. So nine things I have not done out of, now that I've scratched something out, 39. So nine out of 39 I have not done. That's really good in over a decade. So I don't know what the average of that is. 39 in a decade, that's like 3.9, almost 4 a year, which really was not that. But there are some years I'm seeing like 2012. Ooh, I read the Book of Roots. I did read that. I really did enjoy that. April 14th, 2012. That must have been the day that I finished reading that book. So I had a book on here as my bucket list because I was like, why would I not read this? So it's just that simple. It does not have to be anything grandiose. It could be something small, something big. So I've got, as you see, book. I saw the Nutcracker Ballet and I wanted to see it in New York. Hubby made it happen. So it guides us. Hey, so this can be you too. I ask that you join me. Let's create our bucket list. Drop a note in the comments about kind of what's on your bucket list or what would you like to add or what's something that you've always dreamed about doing. And let's try to accomplish it together. So we've got this life that we're living and we want to fill it with joy. And I hope that your bucket list really is filled with joy and just guides everything that you do this year, 2025, and beyond. Thank you for joining, and I look forward to seeing you next week.